Libro's going to be shifting over onto the Widowmaker, so straight out the gate is going for that, and it looks like Fitz is staying with the Symmetra, which is an interesting alteration here. So
Libero was a good hit scan player for a long time. We'll see if he can actually just pop a shot.
Okay, well, they're just going straight at Libero. They will force it back into the dropship, but unfortunately, with all of this ring around the Rosie, NYXL have got themselves planted on the point. The wall's going to be locked off the Seoul Dynasty, and the lock-in does come through. It's real two, though. Mono and Monty both going to be taken down by the Symmetra. That's gotta be yeah, Supercharge can use the wall to go ahead and get that beam ready to roll. Right, they'll still control the point for now as Hawkwill tries to play, goes into the ice block, but will get popped out, will get taken down. And the Seoul Dynasty should be able to get the wall picked up to go ahead and Mono making his way in.
Oh yeah, Fitz.
That stagger kill will be coming through.
Fitz with the most amazing Overwatch play we've ever seen. Now they're in a really good spot because this is where you want to be when you're running Symmetra. It's like, you can't come in, you're going to get slowed, you're going to get messed up.
Battery here to charge up mid. And the barrier eliminated by Libero. The headshot coming out. Robin trying to turn things around. The Blizzard turning off Papa. Total staying power here for the Seoul Dynasty. Significant staying power. Toby could survive, but Libero has the shot. Goes there, taking it out.
Yeah, they're chilling for a second. This is actually going to be like this weird main tank difference kind of thing. Because like if Mono hits a giant shatter, like that will change everything. However, there is still a supercharger for the defense of the Seoul Dynasty. So it's whoever gets more value out of their main tank is going to be the one who wins.
Supercharger is there, and the Halt is just going to pull Mono right off the side of the map. They're looking up to go for that shatter as you were talking about. Suffering a similar fate. Not quite sure what happened there, but Toby finds the poop on a hotba. Seoul Dynasty are turning things around. Libero, however, is going to shut that down. Probably barely manages to outwit Hawkwill. We're going to be pulled back around the corner, and no HP gets the flashbang in. Does manage to find the headshot onto the pavement. Will be eliminated. The fight is still going, however, and NYXL stretching this point as good as they possibly can in their favor. 85% now on the board. Seoul Dynasty,
but Seoul Dynasty has their support ults, so they should be able to hold ground.
You would think that Dynamite going to be going forward as Fitz trying to get the Bob online. 10% or so shy of that at the moment. Seoul Dynasty take the point off of the fight, look to match NYXL here on the side. Be very dangerous territory, especially Toby can get his way through there, getting some boots off into the pit. Deadeye's going to be rolling. Be shot straight into the shield of Marvel. NYXL make their way off the point. 90% now on the board for the Seoul Dynasty. The Bob is going to be sent straight off the side of the map, but Marvel manages to find two with the pin. Hawkwill and Adva both eliminated, and that should be in. Adva not going to be able to use the flux. Bondu not going to be able to get the down barrier. The OT going to bleed away, and a very close first round here, Hex. But Marvel now going to be swapping over onto the Wrecking Ball, however, as Adva will be using Diva. We'll be seeing her for the first time so far in this series. The roll through not going to the pile driver yet. It's Orb lands in front of the shield, so not going to be getting any damage from that.
Trying to poke around here with Libero, maybe get a little bit of headshot, but it's a strange map to try to run this.
I would say a strange DPS player to try to run this. You know, Libero has always been very much a projectile specialist, and NYXL have been putting him in on this McCree. This is the second time now, I believe, that we have seen it. And it's not bad, you know, it's not like he plays a bad McCree. It's just interesting to see when you have Mene, when you have Seoul on this lineup. Big Bionade connects on the NYXL, finding 5 members. They're not going to be fading out of that one to keep himself alive, as Mondu will get picked off. Marvel chasing forward, manages to find Motif and Libero. It's consistently just hacking and harassing in the back line. Almost has that TMP online, so less than from Joan X. So NYXL still looking to maintain control of this point for the moment. Driver will pop in, almost has the minefield available to Marvel. The TMP will hit, there's going to be 5-man TMP coming through, and that should about do it here. NYXL, how do you try and survive? Marvel messing up the roll, going to get flashbang. Taking low. He will be able to stay alive here. Seoul Dynasty still haven't got this book yet. Bionade on the 2.
I know, but the idea is that you just survive. You just keep living there, and like you get it from 48 to like 55, and you finally get there. Blizzard's probably their best push.
It's gonna have to be the Blizzard. Unless TOYOU eats it.
We'll see. They've been running a lot of that.
Deadeye out again, not going to find too much there. Notes TOYOU away for the moment. Prophet got the headshot on the Oxel. In that meantime, Bro trying to chuckle Tony, but it's being a bit elusive with the help of Valkyrie. But Aqua manages to take down two. With his self-destruct. He's going to get popped out. Doesn't use his own self-destruct. Knows that this is a bit of a wash of a fight. It would seem further. Mono with a really nice pin. Looks more of a off the point, but he can't finish him off. To the freeze onto the wrecking ball. Finish him off. The EMP now comes through, but only finds Matu. With that, with a Bionate on the 3, Seoul Dynasty just aren't going to be able to find any picks, it would seem. The Min's coming out, taking Oppo rather low, but they haven't been able to break him out of his neck yet. It seems like NY Excelsior is going to hold this point now, getting ready to move up past 75%.
Yeah, they're happy to hold this point at 75 and counting up. There's never been an instance where Seoul even looks like they're going to sneak this back. Seoul maybe has one more push to get in there. And I think you open it up with like a self-destruct and then just hope that everything else goes well. You maybe nano behind it, but right now New York is just in a superior position right now.
Yeah, that was a great angle for that self-destruct. Roll through from Marble will guarantee the overtime as it does start to lead away. Fitz get an EMP online here pretty rapidly. Maybe they have an opportunity. Deadeye's going to be coming out. The team's back into the next zone. Feeling pretty safe about that one. And we're going to be taking Mono low. Bionade really helping to take him down as he pushes forward, getting killing below. Bro, however, managed to find Ocean teams himself out of the neck. Bro isolated in the back line, will get picked off. Slides down the steps. Doesn't manage to stay alive to fight, but it's looking like we might be heading to a third and final round. Redzone's come in, Bubble straight back into the fight, and they move off the point for just a second there.
Soul's run para for like the last couple of maps, and no one's been able to deal with it. It's been kind of weird. People have run Widow against this Pharah, and it's still not worked. Like, Soul's Pharah has been crushing.
If he gets picked here, I think honestly he might end up swapping over to the Echo as well, just to have a bit of faster mobility. Doesn't have anywhere near as much staying power in the air, but he's a bit more elusive.
Yeah.
But
now
we'll
they're in. They're in.
Oh, he's just jumping straight on top of their skulls right there. Got punished, but NY Excel saying, nah, we'll just go for the first cap. It's dead, but no, just finds a pick off, so that should be the go button. Seoul Dynasty start pressing in towards the point.
That's all they're healing too. That's all they're healing.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, Soul should get the headshot on the this like twice.
Yeah, so they say, you know what, it's fine. 20-some odd % that we'll be giving up as we get this flip into our favor. The Pharah is always such a threat up in the sky that you can fully just reroute a team and make them take different angles of approach, or pack them into a corner inside of a building like because they're trying to avoid taking damage.
People say it's like not a lot of damage, but it's like, oh, I just took 100 on accident. Like, that's kind of a lot of damage. Yeah. If you don't really have an answer to it, you're just getting kind of bopped a lot of the time. So, yeah, this has been Soul's bread and butter over the last week or so. Like, they really love the Pharah.
Yeah. Oh, major roll through, and yet again a massive Bionate comes down from Bedosian. On the 5 members, and Barrage now coming through as the Diva gets popped out of the back, and Libero's got nowhere to go, so we'll get finished off by Prophet, and that's just going to be a white Seoul Dynasty still in control. They have the res as well, so no chance of NYXL coming back in before Bedosian can rejoin the team. So really strong lead now established for Seoul.
And how do you ever push into this? Like, yes, you have a McCree. Yes, you have a May. They're long distance, but like, you kind of need a Zen. You need something to help you deal with this combo.
Well, another Bionate comes through. Coalesce is going to be committed by Jonak, but Mandu is already gone out of sight. Back around the corner, and like still trying to make it work. Oxel barely managing to get the Blizzard online, but Oman was long enough to use it. Probably for the better.
Barrage just gets you killed. Just don't ever use Barrage, Prophet. Barrage is a terrible ultimate.
Either, I mean, if they can get Hotba out, then, like they had the last one, but even then, I tend to agree with you that it's maybe a little bit too risky, but now one else
got two.
Just in onto the point with no tanks around them. That's a good Barrage. That's the perfect time to use it. Hotba's going to help. That's helped maybe was already finished off, and just now respawned with a repress. No way of getting there in the Seoul Dynasty. We'll just go ahead and pick up map number 1. Okay, will be the Rhine zone. So interesting, just kind of looking to run at the Seoul Dynasty, I suppose, because they have Moran and Lucio. Want to get in on top of him quickly and have that big healing output coming through. We're going to get clipped by a Bionade, and it's actually going to be Nene taking down. Probably finds a headshot, as the rest of the NYXL does loop back around the top side of the map. Nene at least can rejoin very easily because he's got the stealth, he's got that translocator. So it's not like he's going to be completely cut off from the NYXL.
It's not enough aggression, really. I feel like when you take out the other team's Sombra, you should just be going in. They are not, and they're waiting.
Ooh. Bionade finds the tanks. Mono falling low. He's trying to poke out. Good push there on the split on the high ground from Libero. Absolutely huge. He feels picked off by Jester, but the damage is done. Both support and Prophet falling. To you getting knocked out of that mech. Does manage to find a mega pack, but Seoul Dynasty recontesting this point. It's like a possibility. He's going to be pushing forward though, but he's around the corner. Can't see no healing. He'll get knocked out, and it seems like that will be it. Well, it's definitely not a great look. It was a really good split though for Libero.
Looked good. Looked great.
The rest of the team to get that distraction off. Yeah, and then okay. Well, there's another pick yet again. Prophet finds that one. So where's the flank from Libero? Do it again. Will likely get slowed up. We do have the coalescence coming out. Deadeye's going to be popped from Libero, just looking to back members of the Seoul Dynasty. As expected, not going to be finding any kills. Heart's still moving in this time, though. No gaining distance. EMP comes out, manages to find 3, both supports included. And looking for Mondu as he goes low, will get taken down by Jester in the end. And they will find Mono as well. So a nice little fight. This EMP for the Heart Control. As Libero is trying to escape, but yeah, there we go.
And holding at the bus is actually really nice. Like, if you think about recent Numbanis, like, you generally just take first and then take third. Like, no one is really fighting at second point anymore. So if you could get a good hold at second, it's really nice to hold around this point. And they've got a really good someone to do it.
Great dive forward here from Seoul Dynasty. Maybe this will end up being a bit of an overcommitment. Gesture. He's had that nano boost, is going to be hacked, but manages to pull back around the corner as the Bob from Prophet will finish off Mono. So, again, just jumping in. They get the hack onto Mondu. They finish him off. So, really nicely done. And Vince, nearly at 70% here. If you can get that EMP online rapidly by just farming in the back line, he might be able to shut down Mondu's down barrier here. So we'll see.
One thing I'd like to keep an eye on, though, is Seoul runs Mercy more than anybody else does.
Oh,
and they're getting value out of it.
Yeah, they really are. Toby looking great on that pick so far, and Libero got sent off the side of the map by just the primal raid. Nice little smack. Cowboy flying. So Deadeye, again, not going to be able to find too much, and when Jester's in primal range, he doesn't care if you're trying to zone him out with a primal. He's just going to out-zone you. So, really nice pick off there, and you know, that sound barrier gone for almost no distance gain apart. Unless it's going to be rolling, but EMP comes through, manages to hack Jonak out of that, so barely got anything done with that ultimate. Seoul Dynasty, I'm not sure if, you know, how NYXL can break through this, barring a major pickoff from Papa with the self-destruct.
Well, even if they get bust, they still have to fight like around corner. Like that's why the defense has been so good, is that they're able to make them have to fight 2 fights. And so far, like really, like Seoul's Mercy is just such a weird thing to me. They always get value out of this.
Yeah, look at this. The Bob just keeping the majority of the NYXL back at the spawn doors.
Yeah, but Bob's not a person. Well,
they're not, but you know, they don't have the damage to deal with it quickly, so they just have to waste time. And here comes Fitz yet again. Gets the hack, takes down that translocator. Mondu getting pinched. And then Anubis tossed in from Jonak. The Bionade will help him alive a little bit longer, but it's pushes forward to try to finish the job, and he might just be able to do so. A little bit of healing as that mini pack comes in. So actually, does manage to survive, but it's at the cost of Mono and Nene. Yeah, I mean, that or Nene in the middle of his EMP. I think those are that's maybe the caveat to that. As if you just interrupt his EMP, then maybe it's slightly better than killing the Mercy. But yeah,
If Soul's able to hit Q here, they should be able to hold.
And yeah, I mean, Fitz is going to be looking to do that. 11% more, but he's going to have his EMP, so he is lapping Nene in that regard at the moment. Dynamite going to be eating another bomb. About to be online here for Profit as the card does finally get broken away from the plus and starts inching around the final corner. Jester playing up with TOYOU. Contested for now. Profit's going to be busting out the Sculpt Destruct, looking for a pick. Jester tips around the corner with the primal range. Nene now looking to get set up for the EMP. Protected. Dragged out. Waiting for his timing. Bob comes out. Jester taking a bit of damage, but the Anubis is going to be using the EMP. Manages only to find 3. His starts to get pushed out. Jester will fall, but it's going to be a trade out on the Winston. Able to find Mono and still holds onto an EMP of his own.
So
there's the res EMP now out. That's going to be a hack hit onto Jonak. Libero the first ball, follow-up hack now onto Hanba. No teammates can't mitigate anything, just to take it down. Res up from Montu will bring Libero back into the fray. Lysel in a miracle right now. They need to be back here from Hanba. They need to mitigate some damage. They need to keep those supports alive. Try to stay on this card. Left to go, get into beating it, minute and a half bump up on the time bank. Force down for Seoul Dynasty as the connects on the Fitz. They're going to be eliminated. It seems like finally NYXL will be able to push through this.
Toby and Bedosian died right next to each other, and that should not really be happening. But it's just target selection. Like they didn't really find the idea of where they should have gone in. They had a better push, but now Excelsior is going to try to hold on with less than 60 seconds. Yeah,
Mono eliminated, so that's, 50 to last second block. Looking for a little bit more now as the ports will get eliminated here on the back end. So
4v nothing now.
Just get out, and Hanba has to exit. He doesn't get knocked out of the back, otherwise he's going to have to run to the side, hop off the map, and go for that kind of forced reset.
Right? Like Nano for some space and hope to get a 2-to-1 kind of thing. But yeah, Soul's in a great defensive posture.
I mean, Nene has to be all in on the TMP, and they need to have some follow-up. Already, Bondo going to be taken down to the box. The Valkyrie, fantastically done from Rob Mom. Finish off Libero. Jonak going to be taken down. Hanba is not going to give him a damn thing. And Seoul Dynasty, even with the rest of their ultimates here, they won't need him. Well, see how Soul tries to push through. Libero's going to get damage boosted. Prince is still so there we go. He's been trying to kill this translocator for like the last minute and a half. Finally gets it. That's what he's done so far.
MVP candidate.
I love the commitment. Great commitment. He's gonna have to jump back to the mega attack. I mean, Libero's perfectly aware of where he's at, but this is tough. Botch is like moving to jump onto the high ground.
Dude, they got the Yana. No. No, yeah, this is over. It's over. It's definitely over.
Brutal breakthrough.
You can't lose your Ana.
Yeah,
they lost their Ana twice.
It was in a neutral fight too. They don't even have to use any ultimates for this, so it's like Hanba could be pushing forward, trying to contest this for a little bit longer. Jonak is going to fall yet again. Chasing way in the back to get rid of Mondu. And they will go ahead and fall. 5+ minutes now for the Seoul Dynasty.
Jonak's not gonna beat us. They've decided, and they jumped him twice.
Nice little Dark gonna be connecting on the Prophet. Off. It's gonna be no. Hat comes out. Still holding on to the EMP for an extended fight as Jonak is just desperately trying to keep himself and others alive. Pushes back out onto the ledge and does the gesture. Gets a nice little sleep dart. Anubis gonna be offed out. This one goes on the Mono. He's way in the back now. Jumping on top of the Bedosian, but a hack comes through. He is surrounded and will not survive. He dumps here from Toby and Bedosian with an Anubis onto gesture. Swans doing again on that high ground, but he's up top. Hubble comes down, zoning them back. Hard to gauge that this is getting broken away from that bus, so they're not in that choke. And yeah, looks like it's working really well for this whole Dynasty here. Hex, just the support ultimates used so far by them, and they are almost to point B.
No one holds like that. I'd be stunned if seconds. That's a nice little over the top, but generally the offense just takes seconds. Like, Numbani, second doesn't exist anymore. You just take second.
Yeah, well, New York had to really fight for theirs, but Seoul Dynasty kind of just easing on through. Still almost 5 minutes in that time bank. It's just to get the 2-for-1 melee hit. This has got to be an astounding hold for NYXL to stop the cart just before final corner with only a primal rage.
Yeah, well, 4.5, you think that Soul should just never hit you, right? Like, you just wait. You just wait. You should be able to get it if you just wait.
I'm kind of surprised. Mono used the primal here. So, now are without that. Not the biggest, loss as far as ults are concerned. The nano boost is going to be, I'd say, a lot more valuable.
Yeah, they have both support ultimates to respond, but Soul is in the driver's seat. Like, clearly.
Oh,
you just wait for like EMP and primal or anything, really. Wait for anything. They have 4 minutes.
Yeah, just keep farming. Valkyrie's going to be used by Mondu. Moving on to his nano boost. Pedosha now has his online as well. As Fitz continues to just look for a prime hack target. And I like this. It looks like Seoul Dynasty just said, okay, you know what, he pops the Valkyrie. Let's just play this slow. I see Cart will connect on the Fitz. They managed to shut him down. Smart. Bionade comes up with a hit on the Jester as well, taking him low. Now, final range is coming out. And he's going to punish Jonax for his transgression. The bomb goes in, pushes up into the air. He's going to get knocked out of the mech. And it seems like this is going to be it. The slow play comes in for the Seoul Dynasty, the EMP for Nene, but it doesn't get anything done. And Dynasty will just push their way in with relative ease. Libero starting on the high ground with the Echo. And I would still be terrified given how Prophet has been playing on this Ashe. So even if there's no McCree, it's still click heads. Almost gets the execution there on the Libero to finish him off. Yeah. Bubble has to be used by Mono to provide some cover. Seoul Dynasty will just very slowly be inching their way forward, trying to get onto the point, but already Prophet finding the pick off Mondu. Desperately low to get that res off, but he himself is under some fire. Oh, that's two. May just, does manage to make it happen, but yeah, they get the Ashe back in, but now they don't have the Winston. Can rejoin pretty quickly once the res comes up. Dynamite going to be tossed in, not going to be eaten by Hotba, so a lot of damage pushed out. Prophet already sitting on this bomb as Libero will fall after taking down Toby. A good pick up there for them as Dynasty will go ahead and move forward onto the point with the first hit coming in, and with both supports falling, that is just going to be it at the end. Point A, locked down now by the Seoul Dynasty. It's going to be almost 5.5 minutes behind it.
It was almost going to be close when they got Toby, because like when you have these dueling mercies and someone can resurrect somebody and it's going to be different, like that was going to be the pick, but they traded pretty well. Now Soul on the entry has damn near everything. The question is like, what does Libero do? Like that's the question.
I would assume it's going to end up being TOYOU. Either TOYOU or Jester.
Oh my god.
Either way, they might not get an opportunity. Prophet is up on the high ground.
Prophet.
He's uncontested right now. The bomb knocks Hotba out of the mech after he finishes off two. Hotba is eliminated. Vince does die. Loses the EMP. So he died in the middle of that channel. Jester now just trying to gate people off the point. And Libero's actually going to go for a duplicate onto Bedoshin. Goes for the Ana, trying to get a nano boost in. And also have that extra bionade. Self-destruct going up into the air though. For pick, doesn't manage to find one. Bedoshin dies to the dynamite from Nene. Mono receives the nano boost and moves forward. Seoul Dynasty looking like they might just call for retreat here. Gesture is almost finished off. Comes in onto Mono, so making sure the Primal Rage can't get much done, but yeah, this is going to have to be a reset for Seoul Dynasty.
You need like 99%, but now they only need 33. I don't know, like maybe you nano in the Winston and pray and hope, but that's got to be the push here for...
Oh. Mono not nearly seeking large rear end is sticking out, so that's exactly where he was trying to hide. Primal Rage is going to be coming through now for Gesture, as Seoul Dynasty already have gotten rid of half of the team, and they're pushing Hotba back. Of course, out of the mech, and that is just it. 3 minutes and 19 seconds.
I think APEC especially is always about the soft drop.
Yeah, it's definitely one of the biggest picks we have in the region. For the hack and shield, we'll go ahead and block that one off as Jester just tries to get a little bit of cleave damage in on him. Didn't get too much done though. And now it's going to be high ground for New York. We do have this. Flashbang going to be down. New York can just go ahead and wait. Going to come out patiently. Start now poking onto this mid ground. Dynamite over the top. Hits a couple members here. Profit for another very rapid building bomb. Might get that shot onto Nene, but at least forces him off position and make sure that he's not going to be farming in their back line. Comes through Profit. They can get out. Libero going to be eliminated. TOYOU in prime position, capitalizes on that, finds the kill, and Hotba bionated. No HP, will get popped out of the net, so New York not going to be able to find this on the first attack. We'll have to reset and go again. Mondu is trying to hide, but there's Dynamite. They drive home.
There's nowhere. Now you just chill, he just waits, and you just try to run like another 2 minutes off.
And I mean, take a look at Vince. He's about to have the EMP. He's farming it right now, 2% away. Nene, half of that, has just not been able to build this up. And you know, for what I'm seeing New York run, I would want Nene on the McCree and then save Yobi in playing this Sombra. You know, just at least on paper, from what we've seen historically, I think that would be the combination that would work the best. EMP is going to be coming through, though. Yeah. Jonik desperately trying to keep everybody alive with the Coalescence, but it does not matter. Doshin has a very nicely placed Bionic Grenade. Shut down that healing, and that'll be the shutdown on the push for New York. Dynamite in again. Jonik had already baited, can't get rid of the burning damage, so is just taken down. And Seoul Dynasty have effectively already guaranteed themselves a superior time bank here, no matter what.
Yeah, Seoul's sitting on 5 other ultimates, and Fit still has like 20 and he's coming up. Like, Seoul absolutely crushed that fight. They don't need to use anything. Yeah, that's it. That's the end of the fight. Seoul crushed that shit. Like, they had no reason to do that.
Primal Rage to go ahead and push out the members of the NYXL, break the team apart, and it's working a treat right now. Jester looking fantastic on this Wishman as of late, and they just, you know, they clean him up. And that's 2 ultimates used, the Nano and the Primal.
It's a minute left, and Badoshin has to come back to spawn. That's the only thing we have to look at.
Yeah, I think that my biggest concern right now for New York, aside from the time bank limitations, if they can get point A, it's going to be how many ults do they have to use to get this lockdown? Because if they have to dump everything from the campaign, then they are in a bad position. Throw everything they have. They're going to be really limited on time. The EMP comes out, only manages to catch 2, and it's TOYOU and Profit, both of them being kept alive. Fitz now has another EMP. That's his second one to Nene's first that he just used in his down. He's going to push around the corner. The EMP comes through. Sound barrier from Mandu, however, very good. Eluded, getting hacked, and Nene now meant to shut down Profit, finding that kill. Mono under fire, though. He'll be eliminated. The res comes in, puts Profit back in the mix. Now there's a self-destruct here on the stairwell. Hug in behind the pillar to stay alive. With seconds remaining, somebody has to make their way over to the point. Finally, you mentioned tag in, it's Mandu, but it costs him his life just to force out the OT, and I think that this is how it ends. Not going out with a bang, but with a very low whimper. York Excelsior will see the OT bleed away and will be shut out of this series by the Seoul Dynasty. A very convincing and dominant 3-0.